The Athabasca Watershed Council is one of 11 watershed councils across the province. All of the watershed councils came out of the Water for Life strategy that was released by the Government of Alberta in 2003. When they did that strategy, a lot of Albertans said they really wanted a forum, a place where they could be involved in water discussions. And so the Water for Life strategy spoke to creating these partnerships. So we are the Watershed Council for the Athabasca Watershed, which is a really big watershed. It's the second largest watershed in Alberta. The Mighty Peace is a little bit bigger than we are, but we make up 24% of the land base of Alberta. The Watershed Resiliency and Restoration Program was established by the Government of Alberta right after the big floods in Calgary and High River. It was a recognition that we've had flooding and droughts in the past. With climate change, we might see those kind of events occur more in the future. And so we have to be proactive in trying to mitigate the impact of floods and drought. The WRP program was fantastic for giving us the dollars and the capacities to start our Healthy Shorelines Initiative, which is just coming up on 5 years now. We started out with doing some riparian assessments, and the reports are online. And then we had a tangible report and a map to go out to communities and talk about healthy shorelines. And they could see from the maps, what areas were healthy and what areas needed some work. From those community meetings, we got a group of people that were interested in doing more. So now we have working groups in the Tuatna watershed. We've got a working group in the Pembina. There's a growing group of people in Lac La Biche who are really interested in riparian restoration and doing the assessment, engaging people on the information that you've created, forming a group, and then those groups sort of deciding what kind of actions they want to undertake.
So a watershed approach is important because we may look at a river and think just of the water, but what is quite often forgotten is all the activity on the landscape ends up impacting what occurs in the river, in the water. So whether that's agricultural, urban, industrial impacts, most of those activities occur on the landscape. And those activities end up having impacts, either great or small, on the water quality in the river. So if we were just to manage just to the water aspect and forget about the landscape, we'd be missing out on about 95% of what's actually could be impacting the water.
I wish we could engage, every community throughout the entire watershed, because that's how we'll affect change in the long run. Is if every community sort of takes ownership of whatever their local water body is, whether it's a lake or a river. If the local community feels that they can maintain those areas and keep them healthy, then our work is done. And we can't do it alone. There's a lot of shoreline throughout the Athabasca. We obviously can't get out to all of it, so we need every community across the watershed to help us.